My name is Coach Lucas Mello. I'm the defensive line coach, defensive run game coordinator, and recruiting coordinator at Davenport University Division II school in Grand Rapids, Michigan. We play in the GLIAC conference, arguably one of the top Division II conferences in the country. We're really excited to get on here, talk a little football with you guys. But anyways, that's enough about me. Let's talk some pass rush. We'll go over my progression for pass rush. These are pass rush moves that feed off each other. One move will set up the next move, so on and so forth, okay? With this progression, you put offensive linemen in really bad predicaments. You put these guys in a situation where no matter whatever they want to pass protect, we have something for them. We'll go over some of the drills we do. We'll show some practice clips, some live practice clips, some game clips, as well as some NFL clips of guys doing it at the highest level. Okay, there's 10 specific moves that we use. Okay, going down the line, each move will set up the next move.
First, you're going to set up the snatch swim. Snatch swim is going to set up the crossface. Then we progress over to the ice pick, which then has a whole progression of its own with 5 or 6 releases. Okay, and then from there, all that sets up the crossface, and then we'll stop there and we'll finish the rest of another day. All right, so full bull rush, right? First thing on bull rush, got to make sure you got violent hands, locked out arms. Hands got to be above my eyes. I'm driving, I'm penetrating, I'm violent. I gotta have really good hand placement. Okay, now a lot of people say different things. Okay, where when you're bull rushing, some guys will come in and put your hands right in the middle of the chest and try to stick your face right in the offensive guy's face. We don't do that. We're still gonna take our half the man, inside hand in the middle of the chest, outside hand, outside shoulder. Reason for that is every other pass rush move is set up the same way. We're trying to set up other things. The bull rush is not necessarily a pass rush move as much as it is a setup for our pass rush moves. Does that make sense? Your release, okay? The release is a decision you make which then allows you to hit your pass rush move. For example, when an offensive lineman is leaning or lunging, now I can hit my release, whatever that release is going to be. If the offensive lineman has a good base, if he's square, if he's not going to lean, if he's not going to attack you back, that means he doesn't respect your punch. Your punch is involved. So now, if he's just sitting back and just letting you drive him, take him straight to the quarterback. Put him in the quarterback's lap. It's not always going to be a sack. Anytime you bore somebody's not an automatic sack. But what it is setting up your next move. Okay, so here's a drill we'll do. We'll line up, and I'll tell the offensive guy either attack or sit back. If he sits back, you just drive. Okay? If he lunges, if he attacks back on this, now he snatches swim. Easy enough, right? Same thing here. Okay, now here it is in practice. Here it is being executed. Same thing. Locked out, drive. Make sure you're low, hands above your eyes. Take them for a ride. Why are these guys continuing to drive? Because no one's attacking, no one's lunging. They don't have a base to be able to snatch. They're going to sit back. They don't respect your punch, so you lay them on the ground like that. So now, first thing that sets up is a snatch swim. Okay, one of my favorite moves. This thing is deadly if you do it right. Okay, but once again, it starts like what? A lot of these rules are what? The same exact ones that you saw on the bull rush rules. Locked out arms, hands above my eyes, hand placement, violent hands, violent grip, and feet drop. Has to happen. Why? Because the snatch swim is the move. Okay, the bull rush, the start, it's the attack. So what you're doing here is you're gonna snatch the outside arm, or snatching with your outside hand, okay, to inside pocket. Here's my inside pocket. Snatch the inside pocket. I'm gonna flip my hips while I'm snatching. Okay, I'm flipping and snatching at the same time. Then I'm stepping through with my inside foot. Okay, my inside foot's gonna step, and I'm gonna swim and clear that grip. Okay? You gotta make sure when you snatch, guys. You're snatching, your inside foot comes behind the heel of the offensive line. You're trying to be as tight as possible. You don't want to flip your hips and then have to take an extra step to square your body back up. Okay. Any questions on that? Okay, now the next part of it is the snatch swim with a crossface. Okay, nothing changes. Once again, locked out arms, hands above my eyes, hand placement, violent hands, violent grip, feet drop. That's the same as the first 2 moves we're talking about, right? Now what changes is the release. Instead of snatching with my outside hand, I'm now snatching with my inside hand. So I'm locked out and I'm driving. If my hands end up being a little more inside than normal, that's fine. A lot of these moves you have to almost just let come to you, right? This is one of the moves you can say, I'm going to do this right now, okay? And if you know you've set up the snatch swim, that you set up the bull rush, and now you want to set this up, you can come more inside. But even if you don't, you lock out, you put your hands in the middle of the chest, outside hand on the outside shoulder, and I'm driving. And he's coming further this way, okay? He's coming more to your outside. That's when you take your inside hand, okay? Instead of snatching with the outside hand, you're snatching with the inside hand, okay? Still take your chest out, still here locked out. Pull across, Okay, bring him to my inside pocket and step through and swim at the same time. Right? But here, gotta take my chest away. Okay? What happens? Come here, Blue. What happens? Okay. He's got an offense on his hands are on me now. Now I'm coming. Here, what happens to his hands? Try to recover. He can't, right? Now let's say he recovers down here. Now I can just swim here. Okay? Now if I'm outside, same thing. Snatch, stick my chest away. Okay, step and swim through at the same time. It's a motion that happens at the same time. That snatch, okay, the snatch and the flip, and the swim and the step happen at the exact same time. Okay, so that's the biggest thing you got to understand. We talk about the ice pick. The ice pick, like a bull rush, all it is a setup. Okay, it's the setup, it's the punch, it's the attack. Okay, it's just another way to still drive, create separation, and make that offensive lineman make a decision. Okay, so one arm is longer than two arms. That's way longer. Come here. So right here, get your hands on me. Get his hands on me, right? Now I'm here. Now get your hands on me. Can't. Okay. Other big thing is I gotta make sure my thumbs are up. I tell my guys all the time, you want to almost rub their lip here. Okay. Don't actually rub their lip, but get your hand right near their throat, lean into it, and lock out. Okay. So that's how we do it. You lock out inside arm. A good lean, hand above my eyes. Hand placement's huge. If you've got long arms, this is a money maker for you. Okay, even if you have short arms, it helps you out by giving you longer arms. Okay? You gotta be violent with your punch on this. Okay, this isn't one of these deals where you're just setting it up and placing it on the guy. Lock him out. Lock him out, get your hands on him. Extend. That's just the punch. That's just the attack. That's not the pass rush move. Like the bull rush, you don't necessarily have to have a release. It doesn't have to have a release, right? You can just line up. And if he just sits back, he doesn't lean into you, can just keep driving him like a bull rush, but with a long arm instead. Okay, so you take him right back to the quarterback, make him sit down. Okay, watch the nose here. Locks out, drives. He's leaning into him. Okay, the center's just sitting back, getting driven, so you just take him for a ride. Okay, now, what comes with that? Okay, now you got to add a release to it. So now you got the ice pick progression, right? Whether we're going to go either limp arm, snatch rib, doubles, or crossface. All of that is 4 different ways to release on this ice pick. Okay, so limp arm. Arm goes limp when offensive lineman lunges. Okay, you're going to let my arm go. Don't snatch and rip. You're locked out. Let him come and put all his pressure on you. You'll go limp. You'll dip. Okay, you'll bend, and you'll pick up the towel. Okay, when I say pick up the towel, that means there's a towel behind the offensive tackle's feet. And you're coming up behind him, and you're imagining there's a towel, and you're going to pick up, and you're always going to finish with a rip. Okay, the next part of the progression is a snatch rip. Okay, snatch rip. So now, instead of going limp, you're going to take him, and you're going to pull him down, snatch him down, and rip up. Snatch. If he's real violent, like if he's stopping my momentum, snatch him down. That means you're about to kiss the ground. So snatch him down, but don't let this go. Okay, bring it all the way to the ground, and then rip up. Okay, rip up. When you let go, you gotta be ripped. Okay, feet never stop moving. Next part, ice pick doubles. Outside elbow is tight. Okay, so I'm here, I'm locked out. Elbows stay tight. Okay, you don't want to open anything up too much. You want to have your hands ready to go right now. So as I'm locked out, when the offensive lineman shoots his hands, you got hands that get shot out at you. You want to swipe, so you're gonna let the inside hand go. It's gonna come inside. Okay, it's gonna come back and meet with your outside hand. Outside hand's out here tight. I'm locked out. I'm bringing it back, and I'm going up, down, cross around. Huge point. Pin offensive lineman's hands down with swipe. Okay, pin his hands out. Pin his hands in. See where my foot steps? Step in here. Come across. No wasted steps. Start off locked out. Bring your hands down. Back up. Cross it. Put it back in your inside pocket. Okay, now the last part of the progression is the ice pick with a cross face. Okay, so now you've been busting his face the whole game. Okay, you've been hitting him with limp arms, snatch rib, doubles. He's like, I don't know what's going on. I got to do something, right? So now he's gonna start trying to jump set you. He's gonna try to keep you from hitting any kind of move on. So now you go ice pick. He's trying to fight the outside, so you can get back outside, and now you're snatching across to get back inside. Now this is played the same way you do the cross face on the snatch swim. Anytime we're crossing face on pass, this is how you got to play it. Okay, outside elbow stays tight. All ice picks, outside elbows tight. I'm locked out. I'm leaning. Okay, you're gonna snatch inside hand to outside pocket. Drive, snatch, take my chest away, hip flip right, take chest away, bring him to my outside pocket, and now step through with a swim. Okay, I'm stepping and swimming at the same time. Watch his hand. Watch what he does during the drill. Where's his hand finish? Live practice rep, lock out, drive, cross face. Okay, he's so worried about getting beat on this ice pick outside. Gets put him in his pocket. Watch. The best part about this is watch how his hand finishes. Watch this part right here. What's he doing with his hand? He's gonna break this grip. This guy's hanging on for dear life. I'm trying to swim his hands, trying to break that grip. I'm not trying to swim his head or his shoulder pad. I'm trying to get where his hands are. Wherever his hands are, I'm trying to break that grip. That's the only purpose of this. When we're drilling this, whether he has his hands in it or not, get in that motion, get in that mindset of you're always swimming something. Okay, whether his hands are on you or not, because I want you to get that muscle memory where I'm snatching, swimming, putting my hand in the back of my pocket, always finish here.